A 38-1 home ice record here at Amalie Arena. Into action as the Devils come up with a puck from that faceoff. It's played in by Dinah Subris, and Bishop out to handle the puck. Lightning losing 2 one-goal games to the Devils earlier in the season. Evgeny Nabokov was the Lightning netminder in both those games. 2-1 here back on October the 14th early in the season. And December 19th in New Jersey. Here's a pass that just skipped off the stick of Nikita Nesterov. Play held in the zone by Andre Palat. Devils come up with it. Patrick Elias dropping it back to the defense. Lightning go for a change. Vlad Namestnikov, who missed practice because of an illness yesterday, but okay to play in this game. Mike Camilleri wrapped up by Victor Hedman returning to action. He missed 3 games with a lower body injury. As the puck played out by Jordan Tutu and Luke Witkowski there with Hedman. Damon Severson. Fine young defenseman who was out for quite a while this year with an ankle injury. We saw him early in the season. Hedman back for that puck. Checked by Tutu.
They've got some really good young defensemen with great size too, you know. But the bulk of their team is quite old, and I think that's what they're going to have to do, is probably looking to rebuild.
Now 2 of those defensemen, John Merrill and Eric Jelena, shaken up in the last action against the Rangers, a 4-2 loss at Prudential Center. Here's a shot by Adam Henrique that's tipped wide by Witkowski. And they brought up a couple of defensemen from Albany in the American League. Scott Gomez playing it back at the point. Andy Green shooting, and Bishop fought to see that one. The try by Adam Larson was deflected away and picked up by Mark Barberio. Ahead to Callahan. He'll test Andy Green. Puck deflects to Jonathan Drouin. Looking for Steven Stamkos, and Henrique took the puck away. Gomez back to center. Henrique with a shot, knocked down by Bishop. And right there is Stamkos to control it. Stamkos coming off a 2-goal, 1-assist effort. Way back Saturday was the last game action for the Lightning. They've had 4 days off as they shut out the Panthers 4-0.
Yeah, 2 complete days off. Didn't even get to the rink for 2 days. They had 2 pretty good days of practice up until this game.
Bishop out to play that puck. He finds Matt Carl. Coming back, J.T. Brown slipping it to Brian Boyle. Boyle in the zone with Brendan Morrow. Boyle keeps going. Plays it back to Brown. He's helped out by Anton Strawman with a wrist shot. A save by Kincaid. He'll hang on. Joining us between the benches tonight, Chris Dingman. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, guys. A good pace to start this game, and it's always tough after a couple days off and you don't play, but Lightning showing the real effects of those days off. And, you know, for them, you want to continue to have complete games. The last couple games before the Stanley Cup playoffs, you want to make sure you're having solid 60-minute efforts.
Now Tyler Johnson and his triplet line mates out there. The shot by Kucherov deflected away. Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov, Tyler Johnson. Had 1 goal, 1 assist in his return to action. He had missed 3 games with an upper body injury. Came back against the Panthers. And a successful return, and that shot is tipped out of play.
Let's take a look at tonight's keys, brought to you by your Southern Ford dealers. In special teams, the 2 losses to this club, the power play was very good for New Jersey. The penalty kill was not as good for the Lightning, so that's going to be important for this game. And bring your A game. When the Lightning are playing their best and everybody's going in all cylinders, they're a difficult team to handle. And you'd love to have that A game for these final 2 games going into the playoffs.
The way the Devils play, and they have made a coaching change since we last saw them. Peter DeBoer relieved of his duties by Lou Lamoriello. As Lamoriello taking over, bringing Adam Oates back to the organization. Scott Stevens back on the coaching staff to kind of co-coach with him. He still play that tough style, Chief, that could help get the Lightning ready for the postseason starting next week.
Oh, right on the money, Rick. You know, they clog that middle of the zone. They wait for you to make that turnover in the neutral zone, and then they counter. And you're going to find a lot of teams who will be playing that strong neutral zone trap that you missed. But, boy, to get through there, you've got to be very, very quick.
John Cooper asked about that style and the fact the Lightning taking on the Devils, the only team in the East they don't have a win against so far this year. As Kincaid keeps that puck away from the net. And he says, well, they just been able to keep us from zipping around out there, particularly in the offensive zone. We've got to find an answer for that. That young defensive duo on. Seth Helgeson's number 33. He's got the puck right now. We did see him in the December 19th matchup. Roman Rabarenko is the other young defenseman making his NHL debut.
Well, there you see Adam Oates, former assistant coach here with the Lightning, and Kevin Stevens, a longtime great defenseman for the Devils. And they were brought back after Peter DeBoer was released of his duties. Of course, Adam handles the forwards, and Scott Stevens. Scott handles the defense.
Severson shoots the puck in. Matt Carl over for it. Taken by Elias. He centers. Backhanded off Bishop's blocker by Steven Gianta. Is just back in action. Missing 3 games with back spasms. Devils hold it in. And as Zubris down the boards to Elias. He has struggled. He gets pulled down. Hasn't been a great year for the veteran, who will turn 39 on Monday, but he draws a penalty here. Delayed call against the Lightning. And they get Kincaid off for an extra skater. It's Scott Gomez. As we hit the 5-minute mark, Gianta in that zone, closed off by Strawman, and we'll get a whistle. And the penalty call for a hold at 5:03.
Yeah, Mark Barberio and trying to keep him under wraps, but didn't get real good position on the double forward, and he'll pick up the minor here. New Jersey with the first power play here at 5:03, as Rick pointed out. But there you see it right there. You see that quick turnaround on the part of Elias, and he went down. The penalty called, and we'll test.
They score right off the faceoff. Steve Bernier fires it home, short side on Bishop. Wow. Just 3 seconds into the power play opportunity, Bernier scores to make it 1-0.
His 15th. And, you know, we talked about this. The power play went 2 for 7 in the first 2 games. Well, now they're 1 for 1 right there. As you see, picking up that face-off very quickly and just wristing it home for his 15th of the year.
It's so important off of face-offs. It's not only the centerman, but defensemen and forwards picking up the other guys.
Now, in a season where the Devils have ranked offensively 3rd from the bottom in the NHL, Bernier's one guy who has put up some pretty good numbers for him in his career, 15 goals, as Chief mentioned. And the Devils going right back to work in that Lightning zone. It's tapped behind the net. Morrow gets to it. He collides there with Tuomo Ruutu, and the shot by the young defenseman Rabarenko was misfired, and here's Brown the other way shooting, and Kincaid to save. Puck deflects back to Roman Rabarenko. He's 6'5", 230 pounds from Belarus. And Reek made a little play in that circle. He gets the only assist on the Bernier goal at 5:06 in the power play for New Jersey. That's their 3rd goal against the Lightning in the series. And a loose puck in the slot. It's fired on goal, and Bishop a save on Zubris. Kucherov chops it free. It's off the glove of Palat. Adam Larson will challenge him. Zubris starts it right back in. Palat comes up with it. Tyler Johnson right down the middle. He looks for Kucherov, cutting to the middle. He waits, feeding it back. They score! An easy tap in for Tyler Johnson to tie the game at 1.
There's just no way to defend it. Watch the passing here. It looked like you could try to hit Palat on the left side. Kucherov moves it back into the middle. Watch how he takes everybody over there with him. And there's Tyler Johnson just to put home that 6-inch puck to tie this hockey game.
Great middle drive. Dish the puck up. Go to the net. Tyler Johnson gets it back. Kucherov doing a good job bringing everybody over the other side. Definition of a tap-in right there, guys.
Now Johnson, 28 goals, 70th point. 50 points last year. Very, very impressive. Certainly enough to get him serious consideration for the Calder Trophy, but he's 20 points better than that. Big hit thrown by Cedric Paquette and Jordan Tutu. Keep an eye on those two. Now is Tutu running into Nemestikov. Victor Hedman playing it back to Witkowski. Paquette, look out, here comes Tutu. And Paquette ready for him as Mark Fraser sends it back in. Pass ahead for Valtteri Filppula. Steams ahead. Gets the line. Nemestikov to Paquette. Cutting into the backhand. And he was shut down there by Kincaid. Tutu and Paquette still tangled up. Carl the drive. Kincaid over to make the save. And Paquette absorbs one shot from Larson and another one from Tutu. And the officials trying to calm everybody down. And it looks like one player may be going here. Kazari pointing at one player. Will have the verdict on that. Bernier scoring. Johnson from Kucherov and Palat for the Lightning.
Power play in this 1-1 game. Adam Larson, you see him in the box off for a cross-check. We asked Andre Palat earlier today what the Bolts had to improve on prior to the arrival of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He said quickly, our collective defense. We can't allow a fool to score more than 2 goals a game. And look at these stats. When the Bolts hold the opposition under 2 this year, 34-3-7. And in the history of the franchise, Rick and Chief, in Stanley Cup play, 28-3 is Tampa Bay when the opposition has 2 or fewer goals. And you look no further than last spring and against the Montreal Canadiens, all 4 half goals in that, all 4 half games in that series. When they swept the Bolts, they scored 3 or more.
Well, thanks very much. Lightning embark on a Toyota power play chance here with that penalty to Larson. And the Lightning with power play goals in each of their last 4 games gets set up with Stamkos rifling it around. Palat goes down. Jacob Josephson, who's got 3 shorthanded goals, giving chase. Anton Strowman back.
I'll tell you what, New Jersey sends their 2 forecheckers in very, very deep. Lightning quick pass up to their forwards, and they're going to have 2 guys caught.
Filppula strong on the puck. Couldn't get a shot away, though. Stamkos turning, trying to retrieve it. And the veteran Elias coming back for the Devils. Loading up for the shot. He backhands it. Just off the right leg pad of Bishop and wide. Here's Stamkos. Play offside. Callahan at the line.
Well, this is what Paul was talking about right there when you talk about defense wins championships. You see when they've given up 2 or less, the win-loss and the 3 or more. Big difference.
That's playoff hockey. You can see from that postseason number there. And Cooper has said all year long, we need to improve defensively. We got to be in the top 10 in defense. That's how you win the playoffs. And, well, here we are. Here's Zubris on a steal. He'll feed it back. 43 seconds to go in the Larson penalty. Johnson. Drouin with it. Couple of power play goals in that road trip. His pass intercepted by Mike Camilleri, and he'll backhand it out. And now Nestorov's going to reach back for the puck.
A little bit out of sync on this power play. Good back check by Camilleri and picking off that cross pass.
Good feet ahead. Kucherov with speed in the zone. Nesterov got some power play time on the trip with all the injuries on defense. He scores! He rifles home his second NHL goal, and the Lightning have responded to lead 2-1.
What they did well that time when they got the zone, they kind of held up and calmed things down a little bit. That's what Kucherov did. That shot right through 2 Jersey players. I don't think Kincaid saw it at all. But nice shot by Nesterov, getting it and really with a lot of steam. He got through both those guys.
Just getting set up. Good puck movement and just sending the big shot. And see 4 bodies in front of the net. Tough for the goaltender to see it. Big shot and a happy youngster there. Second goal of the season. Power play.
His first NHL goal scored at Staples Center in Los Angeles back in mid-February in that 5-game road trip out to California and the Southwest. Puck comes out in front of the Lightning net, but Hedman right there. And he's chased back now by Gomez. We've seen Nesterov with a good hard shot and accurate in getting it on goal, and finally he's rewarded.
Yeah. He He moves up well into the play, too. That's another thing that is in his favor.
Adam Henrique centering, and Bishop helped his own cause by getting that stick involved, tipping it away from a wide-open Devil in the slot. Hedman back.
Wise man once said, you don't score, you can't score if you don't hit the net. And not getting shots blocked, very tough for what teams do. Commitment to blocking shots, so good job on Nesterov getting the puck through.
2-2 has it at center, hands it to Camilleri, their leading goal scorer with 27. He'll wind, he'll shoot, and it's blocked by Matt Carl. Drouin coming back to grab it, coming off a 1-goal plus 3 performance against the Panthers, trying to stick handle out of trouble here. Barberio steps ahead, Callahan with him. Barberio swings wide, sets it up, Stamkos spins, and he's checked there by Fraser, a 220-pounder. Callahan back at the point. Barberio. Watched by Camilleri. It's angled behind the net. Stamkos getting to it. Circles. Trying to feed it through to Barberio, who activated. Callahan looking for an opening to slip a shot through. Instead, backhands it, hoping to hook up with a point man. It comes all the way back to Bishop. So the Lightning make it 5 games in a row with a power play goal. Johnson and Kucherov assisting on this, so Kucherov's second helper. And for Johnson, a goal and an assist. Larson. Pass right on target to Steven Johnson. Swings in. Kept at bay there by Stralman. Stralman works it free. Paquette standing by. Takes over. Nesterov. The pass knocked down by Palat. Down went Gianta. Here's Nemestikov swinging in. And Larson took the angle away. Hands it now to Nesterov. Couldn't feed it in front. It lands for Witkowski. Andy Green playing with the top defensive prospect Adam Larson. 4th overall pick from 2011. Filppula feeds it across, but right to Gianta. And Zubris relieves the pressure.
Well, I guess you don't see those guys when they're at ice level. He was there all the time.
Pass out for Palat. Hooks it back for Kucherov. Kucherov's got one of the Lightning 3 goals in the previous meetings against the Devils. And 2 assists so far in this first period. A penalty upcoming, and it will go to the Devils for a high stick. As they're checking out Johnson. But it's Nikita Nesterov who's given the Lightning a 2-1 lead.
I see the Lightning in the lead here with the time remaining. And this time now for tonight's Cold Hard Facts, brought to you by Fox Brewed Coors Light. Highest ratings by teammate trios since 09-10. That's just on the same team as you can see there. The Capitals in 09-10 with those 3 guys with a plus 134. Lightning with Kucherov, Johnson, and Palat, actually the only line out there. And they're a plus 134, so that is really huge for this line.
And they've been involved in both goals. The Lightning back in the power play. Seth Helgeson gets a high sticking call at 12:20. So already each power play's registered a goal. Here's Boyle shooting, and it's just flicked off his stick. Stamkos gets it back. Hedman. Stamkos leading the Lightning with 12 power play goals, 24 points with a man advantage. Boyle, a recent addition to this power play. Palat with a drive, and he just fires it wide. And Stamkos dove, but he could not contain that play.
They worked a lot on this power play, both units, in practice yesterday.
Here's Palat in the zone. And it's fired out by reliable Andy Green on that Devils defense. 1:10 to go on the penalty.
You gotta like the response by the Tampa Bay Lightning after Jersey scoring that goal. Really taking the play over and causing New Jersey to take penalties with their speed.
Drouin trying to move that puck. He does. Got around Elias, even though he couldn't hold the pass. He got to it. Callahan leaving it back for Drouin. Pouncing on it, it's Travis Zajac, and he'll backhand it out. Devils on the kill, tied for 14th. Lightning 17th best. And the power play rankings at 18.3 coming in. They've helped that already. Here's Kucherov. Rifles it across to Johnson. Back to Kucherov. That was blocked. Rebound try. Kincaid on a stop there. The try by Drouin. Put back in front. Johnson will get it off the boards. Boy, good crisp puck movement on that play.
Man, he just never know what he's going to do with the puck, Kucherov. Looks like he's going to pass it. He shoots.
Callahan, the wraparound stop. Kincaid with a save. Johnson back to Nesterov, rifling that one. It's blocked by Big Dainis Zubris, and it's played ahead to Camilleri. He scoots back for the Devils, who are now back to full strength as they turn over the puck. It's tapped back to the Devils line. Helgeson out of the box, going to the bench. 7-3 shot advantage for the Lightning in this game. Here's Gomez cruising back. His play to Henrique. That shot blocked by Brown. Scott Gomez chips it out in front, and the Lightning control it. Barberio from center dumps it in.
JT Brown grimacing in pain. Look to take that off the inside of the leg or knee area.
Boyle, Morrow now joined by Paquette with Brown going off to the bench. Adam Henrique checked in there by Morrow. Finally, the Devils come away with it. And it's Larson, who did not play much under Peter DeBoer, but he's in that lineup on a regular basis, icing the call here.
Yeah, here's this the shot that Brown blocked that kind of stunned. You see him right there. He blocks it with the inside of his right skate, hitting him up on the ankle. And boy, your whole leg goes numb when you get it there.
It's a juggle, but blocking shots. There's dedication and pain. He was trying to get off the ice, and this guy's passed to him twice. He was just trying. He got the puck under control. He passed it off to a teammate. He got it back, and then he passed it off so he could get off the ice.
Now, blocking shots is standard procedure in the NHL for every player, but you look at the Lightning, and the victims lately was the injury to Braden Coburn. Off a shot block, Andre Palat missing time after blocking a shot. And Ray Schuster blocking a shot. So it's a dangerous part of the occupation, that's for sure. Puck played ahead, and now into the hands of Cedric Paquette. He'll sweep it in. Took the hit from the young defenseman Rabarenko. He's coming back with a puck. Tipped ahead by Tuomo Ruutu. Controlled now by Stamkos. Under 4 minutes to go here in this opening period. Puck deflecting at that Lightning line. They're trying to get organized, and Callahan getting it ahead to Stamkos. Drouin. Back to Stamkos. Fires. Saved by Kincaid. Drouin getting it back. Almost connected with Callahan, who tried to one-time it from a difficult angle. Now that line working to come up with a puck again.
Tutu might have just deflected it just a hair to throw off the timing.
Larson around to Camilleri. Zajac back of the point. Green wristing it. Lobbed it wide. Johnson saw that hit from Tutu coming. Stralman starts it ahead. Stralman was in the Devils camp before he ended up signing with the Rangers a few years back, where he really got his career on track. Here's Johnson centering. Comes out to Barberio, the wrist shot. And a deflection to Kucherov. He missed the open side of the net. He had to react quickly. That wasn't a planned play. It was a broken play. It just happened to come right to him. Here's Kucherov back. Johnson feeding it. Throwing it behind Palat.
We better get a picture of that. You don't see that happen anytime.
Barberio checked in there by Zubris. Palat somehow survived the checking of two Devils and gets it out to center. Bishop. As Barberio standing by in the corner, Lightning completing a change with Palat hoisting it ahead. Brown back in action, has to get back on side. Rabarenko's pass deflects. Controlled now by Gomez. He scoots into that zone. Here's Henrique's try, and that's blocked by Witkowski. Off the glass it goes. Rabarenko trying to hold up Boyle. Edman has to turn and chase.
A couple of the nicest passing plays we've seen, guys, without scoring a goal.
Yeah.
Pretty calm on the bench, too. A lot of times you see guys give that obvious disgust at missing one like that.
Tampa Bay Lightning Hockey on Sun Sports is brought to you by Hat Tricks Tavern, one of our favorite places. It's only $3 from the arena on Franklin Street. It's a great place to go before the game, after the game, or if you can't get tickets, during the game. Hat Tricks, come join the party.
Might see Chief and Paul Kennedy talking about the great stories there. Check out Inside the Lightning. Chief show, and the next airing will be tomorrow. Josephson starts it ahead. He'll chip it off the boards. Nesterov back for it. He's got the lead goal for the Lightning. He runs into Stefan Matteau. That name sounds familiar. Stefan Matteau Sr. Of course, playing in the NHL for a number of years. A big Ranger hero with a huge goal in Ranger history. Under a minute to go in the period. Tuomo Ruutu back at the point. Severson across to Fraser. Gathers that puck in. Ruutu just played his 700th career game against the Rangers the other night in the final home game at Prudential Center for the Devils. Coming back to help out Nemestikov for the Lightning. Marquette's in there reaching for it with 22 seconds and counting to go in this first period. Dug free for Fraser. Severson with a wrist shot, and it bounced off Nesterov wide. Camilleri playing it back for it. Travis Zajac. He's checked by Nesterov, and it's hoisted out by Paquette. Long session in that Lightning zone. They'll be glad to hear the horn, and there it is as they will skate off to the Lightning locker room here at Amalie Arena with a lead of 2-1. As we look ahead to our menu for the Gulf Coast Honda Dealers First Intermission Report, Tyler Johnson joining Paul outside the Lightning room as we'll be looking at how the Bolts are getting ready for the postseason. A little sounds of the game as well coming your way. Highlights and stats. Broadcast on Sun Sports is presented by your Tampa Bay area BMW centers. Lightning set to go as they're ready to leave the locker room, head out on the ice with a 2-1 lead after 20 minutes of play. And Chief, impressive that they got the 2 goals. They also held the Devils without a shot since that goal by Bernier, just about the 5-minute mark. That's almost 15 minutes.
Yeah, they did. They blocked a lot of shots as well, the Lightning. They were really getting in the lanes, and I thought they played a very solid period. I think that power play goal that New Jersey scored surprised them, completely surprised them, because, boy, I'll tell you what, they really jacked up their energy level after that as well. So I thought a very good period.
Let's have a look at our chase review from the first 20 minutes and the shots reflecting that comeback by the Lightning. They had the last 7 shots for an 8-3 advantage. Both teams, Chief, on the power play clicking early.
Yeah, that's the key. We talked about that as being one of the keys. And the power play for the Devils has been very strong against the Lightning this season. It was really the tool that actually won the first 2 games for them. But I thought the Lightning did a better job of moving the puck quickly and really kind of catching New Jersey with their speed.
Andre Palat is wearing our microphone tonight. Let's listen in.
What do you got? Chip? Yeah. You mean the first one or the second one? Wait, you were behind the net. You look at me, but
yeah, I was.
You could not. Yeah.
The second one, I looked at you. And
whoa! Hey! 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 Hey, Barbs! Over! Nice play, boys. Hey, nice play, boys, eh? You guys are sick.
Andre Palat on his second full season in the National Hockey League, and you really You look forward to these playoffs, Chief, what type of performer he is, and Chris Dingman joining us between the benches, and what kind of an impact he can have on this team in the playoffs.
Well, he's the kind of player that was built to play in the playoffs. That line, the speed, the size, very strong and very underrated. So we saw a little bit of that in the first period. You want to see more of that as the season winds down going into the playoffs.
They surprise people, I think, Chris, with their strength. They're not real tall or real heavy, but they're very, very difficult, all three of them, to knock off the puck.
Well, that core strength, and Tyler Johnson, not the biggest of guys, but he's so strong in his lower body. And as you touched on, and Andre Palat, I think he really surprises guys when guys try to hit him and he drops a shoulder in them. So speed, size, strength, skill, deadly combination, guys.
Triplets involved in both Lightning goals as Kucherov shaken up off the face of it. Front Johnson couldn't handle the puck, and Kucherov going off to the bench, replaced by J.T. Brown. But they were involved in both Lightning goals, and nearly a third one with the try for Kucherov at the side of the Devil net. But now the attention focused on the condition of Nikita Kucherov, as at the point now it's Andy Green with a shot. It's tipped wide. Nestorov battling Patrick Elias. Elias gets it back behind the net. Flushed out of there by Anton Stroman. Comes out to the point. Larson tapping it at Gianta, and he hooked it just wide. On the point, Andy Green shooting. It's handled by Bishop, and he wants a whistle.
I'll tell you what, Rick, it was a hit by Green when before he got the puck. It looks like it interferes. Watch at the top of your screen right there. Look at him right there. Hit him right there before the puck came. And the guy right there is watching. That's an automatic interference there. You talk a guy, you hit him there with no puck, it goes right down, right in front of you. Still can't figure out what they watch out there.
Some discomfort, seems to be a little better now, but every time you get hit in that area, could have just knocked the wind out of him. Hopefully that's just about it.
Drouin skates off of the puck for the Lightning. He'll hit that Devils line. Severson, a 20-year-old defenseman, high hopes for him. They're defending. Callahan behind the net, veteran of these battles against the New Jersey Devils. In fact, he scored 26 points in his career against this team. And the pass is by Luke Witkowski, an aerial. He couldn't handle it. Victor Hedman back, pursued by Camilleri. Bouncing one through center, knocked away by Mark Fraser. Fraser began the year in an AHL contract in Albany and was signed to another NHL contract by the Devils, the organization he started his career with, in mid-December. So it looked like he might be out of the league. Didn't have a job really to start the season after splitting last year with Toronto and Edmonton. Bernier went that route with the Devils back in 2012, and he was a big part of their run to the Stanley Cup Finals that year in the playoffs, and a very effective fourth line. Babarenko's pass tipped in, and Bishop out to handle the puck. Spinning it back for Barberio. Got it to Nemestikov. Filppula. Rink-wide pass. Nemestikov will play it. Back to Filppula, and that's knocked down. Filppula works to come up with it. Out-muscled Bernier. Much bigger player. Matt Carl shooting, and he just drifts it wide of Kincaid. The rebound coming all the way back to Bishop.
Bernier just got hurt on that play, Rick. He's gone off very gingerly to the Jersey bench.
He tried to hit somebody and he missed. Filppula jumping out of the way. He's taking a couple, 3-4 deep breaths as he's going off.
Keith Kincaid, undrafted out of Union College. Made his first appearance in the NHL in this building back in March of 2013 in a relief appearance for the Devils. And picked up his first NHL win against the Lightning in that shootout victory at Prudential Center back on December the 19th. Puck played ahead by Stefan Matteau. He'll get to it. On the backhand goes forehand, tied up. Still got it on goal. Bishop a save. Run into by Ruutu. And we'll get a penalty for goaltender interference on Tuomo Ruutu at 3:06.
I'll tell you what, they got to start looking in there. Why even bother painting that area in front of the goal? And Ruutu just came in and just barreled him right off the play.
Interference on the goaltender.
Not even there wasn't even a smell. Watch it right here. He comes in here, right here. This is it right here. Just knocks it right down. Man alive. Lightning got to make this happen now. 3:06 is the time of their third power play.
Toyota power play for Tampa Bay. Strawman has to turn back to center. He's on this unit with Filppula, Palat, Stamkos, and Boyle. Here is Andre Palat, team leader in assists, now with 45 in the season. And Strawman couldn't gather in that pass. Elias got there first. Elias makes the play. The trailer's green. He shoots, and a save by Bishop. Zajac sliding it back to Larson. 30 seconds gone on the Devils' penalty. Bishop keeping it away from Zajac. Out comes Filppula. Pass deflects in toward Kincaid. He'll play it aside. Now decides to cover it with 1:11 to go on this Lightning power play. Fans, there's no better time to reserve your 2015-16 season tickets than now. Season ticket members get the best seats, the best discounts, playoff priority, exclusive player access, and more. Call 813-301-6600 or visit TampaBayLightning.com.
Good to see Kucherov back out there. You have to hold your breath when he goes down, or any one of that trio goes down.
Callahan's pass deflects to Johnson. He missed some time. Palat missed some time. And that drive just sent wide by Nesterov. Nesterov. Here's Kucherov shooting. It's blocked by Fraser. Knocked free as Helgeson gets it out of there. Muscular Minnesotan laying it down the ice. And Bishop gave it up to Steven Gionta. Knocked down. The Lightning get the puck back. And Kazari is going to call tripping with 40 seconds to go on the penalty to Ruutu.
Tampa Bay 89 minor penalty trip.
You see right here. Knocks it down. There's the trip. The stick gets in between the legs. So the power play lasted 1:20.
2 minutes for tripping. Time 4:27.
4:27, the time of the penalty call. 4-on-4 hockey for the Devils. They've been outscored 9-1 in 4-on-4 this year. Zubris playing it ahead. Elias has to circle back. A lot of that, of course, in the 5-minute sudden death overtime period where they've been outscored 6-1. Brown back for it. Mark Barberio out for Victor Hedman. Hedman missing 3 games. He was injured on the Lightning road trip. Here's Paquette walking in and shooting, and a save by Kincaid.
Boy, it just seemed everything kind of opened up for him. Great patience by the young Paquette. I know he wanted to hit Hedman as he was breaking down that left wing side, but watch how Jersey kind of goes on to Hedman over to the right of your screen, and they just kind of forgot about Paquette. He got a pretty good chance from the top of the circles.
The more time you get in the NHL, the more patience you have, and Paquette's showing quite a bit there.
And the Lightning shorthanded now. Nesterov with 1:11 to go in his tripping penalty. Second Devils power play. They capitalized 3 seconds into that first opportunity. In fact, long enough for Henrique and Gomez to pick up an assist on that goal. They've added the assist to Gomez, who has 0 power play goals and 14 assists. Always been a playmaker. He's been important for them in the power play in that regard. Lightning killing time here, Chief.
Yeah, the Dean Smith four-corner stall.
Even though college basketball season is over. The women's game ending right here in this building Tuesday night. Here's Elias in the zone. Dropping it back at the point. Camilleri, 9 power play goals. He's their leader in that department. Around to Gomez. Witkowski keeps an eye on him. 2-2. Out to Green, had to readjust. Camilleri looking for the angle. Out in front, Bishop, a great save there on Elias with 7 seconds to go on the penalty.
That's how they scored on the Rangers. They really set up that Elias in the slot area. And they did it from behind the net this time from the side of the net. And Ben very, very quick. He read the play well, just getting there, making sure that everything is in position when he's coming across. And that's a big save for the Lightning here on this power play with 7 seconds to run.
Good push, square to the puck, grabbing it. See Lightning do a lot of that plot, especially that little one-touch on the forehand.
They jammed up along the boards. Back to Severson shooting, and it's blocked in front. Zubris is trying to screen Bishop. Josephson trying to come up with it. Stamkos forced the play to center. Now the team's at full strength. Severson sending it in. Zubris from the angle. A high shot testing Bishop. Zubris gets it back. Callahan hands it now to Jonathan Drouin. Piazza working to get back on the right side of the puck. Taken by Callahan. Lightning will reformulate their entry into the zone with Stamkos. Severson stepping up on him. Callahan. Back to Hedman. Callahan trying to lose Helgeson. And Witkowski's shot taken away by Camilleri. Hedman comes across. We played about 7.5 minutes here in the second. A 2-1 Lightning lead. Hedman a quick re-entry. Drouin sends it across. It's driven on goal. A save by Kincaid as Kucherov got all of that one, but not on the second try. Witkowski barrels into Henrique. Lightning hang on to it. Hedman around to Johnson. Closing and shooting. Saved by Kincaid. 2-2 chase to the boards. Kucherov stripped him. Palat shooting. It's blocked in front by Helgeson, and the puck ends up out of play. The triplets going to work once again with chances on Keith Kincaid and the Devils, but still it's 2-1.
Nikita Kucherov's explosive second season in the NHL continues. He has 2 assists here this evening. He has an opportunity to be one of 5 Bolts to appear in each and every game throughout this 82-game gauntlet of the regular season. The former New York Ranger Brian Boyle, along with the captain Steven Stamkos, this would mark the 4th time in their career that they have answered the bell each and every night. Anton Strawman's never done it before. This would be the first time he'd appeared in all 82 after arriving here from the Rangers. Val Fipla, the same can be said there after arriving from Detroit. And Kucherov, who last year as a rookie appeared in 52. He's also on the verge of being a 30-goal scorer, but we've seen it each and every night out of him and those 4 other Bolts.
Paul, he just might get to 30 tonight with the way that line is creating chances in this game. Thanks very much, Adam Henrique. With the center against Boyle. Lightning stay with it. Nesterov getting it back in the hands of Boyle. Brown down that right side wanting, shooting a save, created the rebound, and it deflected off Larson wide. Gomez. Brown had it chopped away by Henrique.
Tell you what, that was a really good shot by Brown, though. Keeping the low coming off the wing, and that really produces those rebounds. Get it up high, they can catch it, corral it easily.
Adam Larson handing it now to Jacob Josephson. Their first rounder from 2009 runs out of room against Carl. And right there, Filppula pounced on that puck. Ahead for Nemestikov. Paquette hits the line. Kincaid keeps it away from the goal. 3-2 free to go after it. And Fraser will fire it in. 3-2 after it. From behind for Stefan Matteau. Young first rounder. Out to the point. Bobbled. Severson's got to back it out. Fraser will send it in, and he missed that hit from Cedric Paquette. We could hear it, though, and Chris Stigman almost felt it.
I was too busy ducking.
Icing the call here against the Lightning.
We've seen a couple of goalies kick out rebounds a lot. This time we're watching Kincaid. This is the shot we was talking about. Nice low shot by Brown, and he just making sure, and it almost ricocheted off the Devil defense. But you see how big that rebound is. That was Adam Larson who almost knocked in his own net. But When you come off that wing, if you don't have that top corner, it's got to be low to make sure you get a rebound.
Chris, how many times has that preached to you?
All the time. Sometimes the best pass is a rebound off the pads, and guys get a little too fancy sometimes. They're trying to pick corners, and as we just saw right there at the right angle.
Here's a steal by Zubris, got the puck on goal, and Bishop made the save. And Barberio handles it. He'll hoist it right up the middle. But this will draw a whistle. No, they wave it off at the last moment. As that puck slowed down, Larson caught up to it. Witkowski in a collision there with a 225-pound Zubris. Hedman, double team, got it free. Now Giotto with a quick try. They score! Elias fired it home as the Devils continue to wreak havoc on the forecheck in the last couple of minutes. It pays off with a tying goal.
10-17. Their puck retrieval has been extending in the first 10 minutes here. And Elias will pick up his 13th of the year. But again, when the shot comes right there, I think trying to make that quick pass up in the short area of the middle there. A lot of room there. Ben didn't see it. Nobody really saw the puck except Elias.
He scored a lot of goals in his career, picking the top corner off a turnover, block shot, and right place and right time. Puck ends up on a stick.
And Elias scoring his 406th career goal. He has reached milestones at 400 goals, 600 assists, and 1,000 points this season. Here's Johnson speeding down the wing, shooting a save by Kincaid. Another low shot off the pads of the Devil netminder.
I think he played that too. Johnson.
That's a double team. He almost found a way to get that puck to Palat. Here's Witkowski shooting, and it's off the shoulder of Kincaid, worked away by Helgeson. Think about all three of those players are so crafty. It's not just one guy on the line who's crafty. They all are. Palat shooting, tip, save Kincaid, rebound Johnson on the backhand was stopped. Now it's the Devils' turn to feel the heat in their own zone. Puck played out in front. And the Lightning able to get to it. Witkowski holding it in. Babarenko finally getting it out for Tutu. And for Zajac, he's run into, and Boyle turns it around. Boyle speeding in. Forced behind the net finally by Severson. And Tutu sends it out. Johnson, the only assist on Elias's 13th goal of the season. Pass out of the point. Fraser across, and it's scuffed wide by Bernier, who had scored the earlier goal for the Devils. Morrow hands it off. Here comes Brown. Dropping it for Boyle. Shot was handled by Kincaid. He'll hang on with 8 minutes even to go in the second period. The only goal of the second scored by the veteran, Patrick Elias.
Welcome back to Amalie Arena, where the score is tied at 2 midway through the second period. And thanks to a recent playoff berth by the Tampa Bay Lightning, Stanley Cup gear, playoff gear, is now available both online and in stores. Lots of gear available for men, women, and kids, including hats, t-shirts, pucks, and more. If you can't make it to a game, you can get all of the gear online at TampaBaySports.com. The site is constantly updating with new stuff, so make sure to get all of your stuff in time to support the Bolts. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Michelle. That's pretty good looking apparel we're going to see for not just this year, but years to come. Still see the 04 Cup hats around.
Yeah, I know. And briefcases.
That's right. Tonight at Fox Sports Live, full coverage from Augusta after an amazing start for the youngest pro in the Masters. Highlights as 6 NHL playoff berths remain with just 3 days left in the regular season. All sorts of matchup questions to be answered as well. The next great class of Kentucky basketball. Have a look at that. Fox Sports 1 tonight. Puck played in by Drouin. Lightning have their own conundrum in who they're going to play, where they're going to end up. Striving for that Atlantic Division title. Here's Larson with a shot, handled by Bishop. Rebound, he has to make a save there. And he's able to cover that puck as Mateau followed up.
You can't relax. You got to really make sure they will go to the net. They don't get a lot of shots, but they'll really make you work. to make sure that you can clear the rebounds and clear the play from in front of that net. That shot was kind of slowed down on that tip. It was kind of handcuffed Ben on that catching move.
Bishop has a career goals against average of 1.17 against the Devils. And they got 2 on him so far in this game and a 2-2 tie.
That was weird. That came off the end boards, hit the back of the net. If it had come over straight up instead of the sideways, it could have hit Kincaid in the back and gone in. That would have been a weird, really weird goal.
Steven Gionta always a solid checker, trying to keep that puck in the zone. And it deflects back to Larson. Out to Elias. Paquette will take it. And he's chased now by Zubris in the corner. Hedman involved. Up comes free to Gionta. Here's this line. Even though Gionta's centering it, you might think, okay, it's the 4th line. We got Zubris and Elias, pretty good scores, filling out the unit as Lou Lamoriello and his staff have spread the scoring around, trying to create a little more offense for the Devils.
Here's that crazy shot, Rick. Watch it. It comes and hits the glass right here. Boom. Now look at it come right back there. Right there. Quarter of an inch up, it hits him in the back of the head and could go right in the goal there. That was really a strange ricochet off those end boards.
Goalies need eyes in the back of your head.
A lot of goaltenders in plays like that, they'll duck right down under the crossbar.
Andre Palat, nice move off the boards, and the shot on goal by Kucherov. A save by Kincaid. And Johnson boarded there by Severson. We're going to get a call against the Devils, who had quite a march to the penalty box in their last game against the Rangers. Shorthanded 7 times. And Severson heading off, and this will give the Lightning their 4th power play.
Penalty, cross-checking.
Second cross-checking minor to the Devils. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. 15:46. This is where you can really help yourself. And, you know, if you're taking penalties, you can start connecting on a couple of power plays.
Misfired there by Kucherov. Drouin has it.
2 minutes for cross-checking. Time 13:46.
Nesterov, he's got a goal in this one. Johnson closing in. And Nesterov shooting, and it's blocked by Larson. Kucherov getting it back to Drouin. Pretty young power play with a veteran Callahan in the middle. Drouin. Spin across. Johnson driving it. Kincaid ready. Couldn't control the puck. Larson getting it free to Steven Gionta. Younger brother of Brian Gionta, the captain of the Sabres, and it's chased back to center ice. Lightning right back into the zone. Here's Callahan getting it back. Finds Kucherov with a one-touch now to Drouin. Nesterov over for Callahan. It's Kucherov positioned around the net now. He gets the pass. He tried to stuff it home, and he hooked it just wide. Nesterov. Back to Drouin, closing in, driving one, and it's off Larson, sticking wide. Kucherov now with 47 seconds on the penalty. Nesterov shooting, and a save by Kincaid. Clearing attempt disrupted by Drouin. The stick for Larson broke. He's trapped out there. Nesterov holds it in. Johnson broke it up by Green. Recovered by the Lightning. Nesterov, watched by Elias, shooting, knocked down by Larson as he now has Gionta's stick, and it's cleared out by the Devils. Bishop with that long change for the Devils, short-handed. Nesterov with the re-entry, deflects back, but the play whistled offside. The Lightning on their change had that back door open. And you know what happens when the back door is open? You get an offside call.
It didn't look like Lightning had one player, 1 foot in the box and 1 out. But the Lightning have used this a lot. You get that guy wide on that side, they get both teams changing. They should have an unwritten rule that if you're going to change on the power play when you're going in the second period, you got to go in the other door.
Come around to the front of the house. Boyle set the face off here, and the puck dropped too soon inadvertently by Trent Noor, the linesman. 14 seconds to go in the penalty to Severson. Lightning get it, Stamkos and the veteran crew on. Here's Hedman starting it in. Double teamed. Filppula reaching out to grab that puck, getting it back to Boyle. Round for Andre Palat. Penalty over. Severson back on. Tapped in front. Boyle scuffed the shot. Filppula set him up beautifully at the side of the net. Palat to Stamkos. Playing it back, and it's taken over by Severson. Finds himself in a forward position for the moment. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second period.
Some great plays and some good opportunities by Lightning on the power play, just not able to capitalize.
Adam Larsson back for it. Out for 2-2. Here's Mateau. Playing it back to Zajac off the wing. Strowman tipped his shot out of play. Shots 19-12 favoring the Lightning in this game with a score tied at 2. Here's tonight's hockey history moment brought to you by Geico. On this day in 2011, the Lightning finished the 2010-11 regular season, a 6-2 win in Carolina. And the Bolts scored the first 4 goals of the game. Mike Smith was the #1 star with 42 saves. Lightning won 7 of their final 8 games, finished with 103 points. The 5th seed in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference went on to the conference finals before they lost in 7 games to the Bruins. That was quite a run. Lightning hoping to duplicate that and take it a little farther this year. Brown was dumped there, 2-2. Dumping him at center ice. Severson with the puck. Didn't get much on the attempt to get it in the zone thanks to Boyle's work. Here's Morrow. Back to Boyle shooting, and it's blocked by Severson. Brown knocked to the ice there by Fraser. He's outweighing him by about 40 pounds. Here's Severson stepping ahead and wristing it in off the glass. Carl bodies his way in front of Zajac. Comes back to the point to Green. Larsson angling it off the inboards. Couldn't get it to come in front. Brendan Morrow starting it ahead for the Lightning. Morrow hitting the 990 career game mark tonight. Here's Boyle. Steps in. Fires. And it's just off Kincaid. He deflected it away, and it's cleared out of play. And it looks like a delay of game penalty here against the Devils.
I think it is. It's going to be Adam Larsson.
New Jersey, number 5, 2 minutes till the game.
There you see, he's just trying to get it out of trouble here. Any kind of clearing would help, but just a little too high as he put it through the uprights. Lightning's 3rd power play of this period.
Larsson, a pretty good golfer, I think, too. That nice little chip shot. Last, the Lightning got to make the Devils pay on one of these power play opportunities.
Stamkos walks it in, fires, and he sends it out of play. Deflected by the Devils. Score a Little Caesars Family Fun Pack Saturday at 7:30. The Lightning taking on the Boston Bruins. Packages start as low as $100. Buy now at TampaBayLightning.com/tickets. Devils have had 2 power plays. The Lightning on their 5th. New Jersey, including tonight now, have been shorthanded 52 more times than their opposition. They've been taking a lot of penalties. Puck comes right back. Now Stamkos scores! Palat's pass didn't work the first time, but he got a second opportunity, and Kincaid and the Devils trail 3-2.
Stammer's 43rd, and boy, I'll tell you what, he didn't miss this time. Palat's so good over that wall. Look at him, he took the first pass, it came back, and just a freaky clearance play, and you can't give Palat a couple of chances, nor can you give Stamkos a look at that open net, because boy, that shot's too quick for a goalie to recover. His 43rd of the year, and the Lightning pick up their 2nd power play of the game.
Very hand-eye coordination by Stevie Stamkos. And good luck stopping that when he's taking a one-timer from just inside the top of the circle.
Well, Chris, along your golf theme, he got a mulligan and put it right on the tape the second time.
I don't know why they just didn't stay with him.
And Bernier scores while the announcement of the Lightning goal takes place. His second goal off a feed from Enrique. And it's now 3-3.
Lightning stopped playing here. You watch it. The play goes in the corner. They don't really do a whole lot. 16th goal for Bernier. Boy, quickly they tie it up. Watch here. They had control of the play. They just get outfought. This comes out. Play comes out front. Nobody's picking up Bernier. Everybody's around, but they're just kind of watching. All of a sudden, wow, there he is. Off the left shoulder. His 16th of the year. We're tied at 3.
Devils tied up 16 seconds after the Lightning take the lead. Kincaid out to play the puck. Usually the Lightning and Devil matchups are of the low-scoring variety. Not so tonight. Elias has it. Bernier from Enrique and Gomez. They combined on that first power play goal for the Devils. It made it 1-0. Palat picking up his second assist. He's now got 46 to lead the team. Puck left in front. The Lightning get to it. Palat. Ahead. For Johnson leaving it. Matt Carl joins the fun. His try in front. Palat canceled out by Severson. Centered in front. And the Devils come up with it. Green slows things down. He'll lob it ahead for Zajac to skate after it. Around the net he comes. Devils in the middle of a line change, and they're going to get called here for too many men.
Boy, if you're going to come off, you can't
Jersey
hesitate.
Devils, bench minor, too many men on the ice.
Here comes the play, and then you see him trying to get off, and he couldn't. Actually, Camilleri had him tied up so he couldn't get off. Wow.
Good effort on the vertical trying to get to the bench. Lou Lamoriello. I think his emotion's pretty good. That's the definition of shooting yourself in the foot. Lightning scoring a power play goal. They get scored on right after, and then you take a penalty after tying it up.
Well, they're getting a lot of work on this power play. With under a minute to go here in the second period. Boyle behind the net. Drouin parks in front. Stamkos near circle. Filppula back to the point to Hedman. Stamkos. Bring it back to Boyle. Lightning 2 of 5 so far with a man advantage. Here's Hedman looking toward the net. Rifling one, and it's handled by Kincaid. Now we get a little flare-up. The linesman trying to calm everybody down. Stay tuned with the Gulf Coast Honda Dealers second intermission report. Brian Boyle will join Paul. And we'll introduce you to our community hero for the night. Take you around the league. A lot of big games going on affecting the Lightning and others. Highlights and stats. We'll listen in with Andre Palat.
Yeah, it looks like Bernier and Josefsson were kind of jarring at one another, kind of giving each other a little bit of taps, and Enrique came in there making sure nothing was going to go happen from them further, but got it quieted down pretty quickly.
Lightning combined to try to win it. Gianta got it loose. Green gets over to it, and he'll slide it down the ice. Hedman. His hand forced there by Elias. He's on caught. Head for Palat. Hits the line with Boyle, as well as Stamkos. Out to Hedman. Lets the shot rip, and it hit Andre Palat. Down he goes, and the Devils will play it out ahead for Gianta. Hedman back for it. Palat staying out there. As the period comes to an end and 58 seconds remaining on the minor to the Devils for too many men on the ice at 58 seconds on that Lightning power play in an attempt to regain the lead. The Lightning have the lead at 3-2 in the goal by Stamkos, but 16 seconds later, Bernier's second goal of the game ties it. Tampa Bay Lightning Lightning Hockey and Sun Sports is brought to you by Gulf Coast Honda. Visit your Gulf Coast Honda dealers for great deals on new Hondas. Go to gchondadealers.com. By Kaiser University, over 90 programs online and on campus. Learn more at kaiseruniversity.edu. By Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers. And by your Tampa Bay area BMW centers. Lightning getting set for the start of the third period. These first two periods have been very interesting. Some twists and turns that maybe we didn't anticipate here, Chief, as the Devils have bounced back to tie it up after the Lightning responded in the first period with a couple of goals to take the lead. What do you look for here?
Well, I think the Lightning, they're so strong in the third period. Devils struggle in the third period. They have really a lot of trouble this year closing out games in the third period. But I think the Lightning, with that goal being scored on them so quickly to tie the game, I think they'll come out with fire in the belly and fire in their eyes as well.
Well, let's look at the Chase review. In the second period, the shots were 15-10 Tampa Bay, and the faceoffs really turned around for the Lightning as they had a 15-8 advantage in the faceoff circle in the second period. And Andre Palat continues to wear a microphone as we listen in.
That's nice.
That'll work. That'll work.
Johnny, hey! Is that okay if I'm throwing to you?
Huh?
Because I didn't have mine, so I just passed it to you down.
When we came back?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it again, but it's an hammer now.
Okay.
I've already tried to stop play.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, nice play, Kelly. Come on, Philly. You got it, man. Good job. Good job.
As Chris Dingman joins us between the benches, he politely asked Brian Boyle if it would be all right if we could work this little play here. Do you have many guys ask you that politely?
Not very often. He was usually yelling at me or telling me to do it. But he's one of the best guys, one of the nicest guys, and it's always nice to get some of that insight and some of that sound. So for him, his line has been terrific this evening, as we said. How many times have we said that this season? So continue to play like that, the pace, and you guys talked about it a little bit in the third period. And that's when they wear teams down, their speed, their skill.
Well, Palat picked up assist in this game. That gives him 14 points in his last 14 games. 13 assists. Usually your wingers are your tournament.
Well, he'll be out there on the continuation of this power play. It's a Toyota power play for the Lightning now. 53 seconds and counting left on the team penalty for too many men on the ice. Tuomo Ruutu serving it as the play now to Stamkos. It's off his skates, poked to center by Steven Gionta. Victor Hedman watched by Jacob Josephson. Ryan Boyle talked to Paul between periods. He said, if I'm going to be on the power play, I want to make sure I'm aware of where everybody is and help it click. He gets to the puck there and feeds it around for Stamkos. His try was tipped by Josephson. We're down to 18 seconds on the penalty. Stamkos in the zone. Feeding it to Boyle. Stamkos gets it back, dropping it at the point. Nobody there. And the Devils will survive this shorthanded situation. The play ahead for Elias as they're back to full strength. Zajac shooting at Hedman. Steered that one away. Lightning have a 23-13 shot advantage to start this third period. As the team's at full strength. On pass to Kucherov. Held up by Mark Fraser. Fraser finding his way back into the Devil organization as we detailed earlier. Hedman back for it, watched by Adam Henrique, who hasn't had a great season offensively. In this game, though, he's had a couple of assists. He always seems to come up with 2 or 3 points against the Lightning. Strawman down the boards. Play broken up by Severson. Johnson slips away. Out to the point. Nesterov to Kucherov shooting, and it's deflected wide. Recovered by Nemestikov. Nesterov with a shot. That was blocked by Bernier. Nesterov on that puck. Lightning have the Devils hemmed in here. Kucherov works it away from Gomez. Runs into Severson. Fraser over for it. He got belted there by Johnson. Bernier off the glass, and the puck lands at center ice.
Amazing, I tell you, those guys. Mr. Tyler Johnson, boy, he just takes a run of that 230-pounder.
Stamkos speeding down the wing, forced wide by Helgeson. Out to the point, Barberio shooting, and it's blocked in front and picked up by Drouin. Barbarenko got in the way of that one, number 34. Puck coming free to Zajac, the veteran, and the youngster Barbarenko will bring it out to center. In with Ruutu. Going to play it back to the defenseman making his NHL debut tonight. Carl takes over for the Lightning. He's checked in there by Jordan Tootoo. Away comes Ryan Callahan for the Lightning, just past the 3-minute mark. Checked from behind by Camilleri. Ruutu over for it. He's met there by Morrow. From the point, Witkowski with the shot. And it's blocked by Green. Green playing a healthy 18:07 in the first 40 of this game. Morrow controls. Hands it down to Witkowski. Larson had it taken away by Brown. Hedman looks, drives it, and it deflected wide, perhaps off Green, perhaps off Boyle. Morrow shoved to the ice by Larson. Andy Green with it. Corner there by the speedy Brown. Green outfoxed him. Zajac at center. Lightning come up with it. They've done a good job of hemming in the Devils early here in the third.
Yeah, they do. They really do a good job in the third period.
Boyle, Brown pulls the trigger. Rebound, stopped by Kincaid. And Giunta pried it out of the pads of his goaltender to get it free. Angled ahead for Elliott. Strawman gets position on him. Hedman forging for that puck, comes away with it. He's got time to turn back and get the puck into the hands of his veteran partner, Anton Strawman. Nemestikov at center. Cooley stick handled into the zone, and Strawman driving it off Kincaid. He didn't direct the rebound where he wanted to. Lightning get to it with Filppula tugged at. Gets it back at the point to Strawman. Vlad Nemestikov, 4 goals his last 8 games. Strawman wristing it into a crowd. It was blocked in front by Severson. Josephson to center. He's forced to dump it in. Nemestikov wrapped up by Mateau. Strawman has it for the Lightning. Going to angle it to Palat, who reached out to tap it down the ice. Barbarenko will start it ahead. Josephson with room to skate. He'll go after it with Carl. Right away by Kucherov. Johnson steps out for the Lightning. Angles it off the boards, knocked free, and Ruutu hands it away. Kucherov right there with Andre Palat. He had it knocked free, and Ruutu pokes it to center. Enrique got it away. Good pass to Gomez. Cutting in, it's Bernier shooting. Glove by Bishop. And there's the whistle.
Well, J.T. Brown's had a couple of chances in this game, and watch this one here. That got it back again, took that quick shot, made the glove save, but dropped right down, right in front of him between the legs. That's when Giunta just kind of shot it away. Usually when it's in that situation, you find a player just kind of tuck it underneath the goaltender, but that time Giunta made to take it to the corner.
J.T. Brown did a good shot off the first one getting blocked, and a great chip by that Boyle line, and Brendan Morrow really getting everything going. A nice little stick handling display at the blue line.
Here's Boyle blocking a shot. Starts it into the Devils zone. Stamkos sweeping it behind Callahan. Witkowski shooting, and it was blocked. Boyle out there to win the faceoff. He ends up covering the point. And started the rush down the other way with Drouin now stepping on for him. Callahan to Drouin. As he couldn't play it in, he had it chopped away by Enrique. Hedman now with both teams changing. Zajac keeping an eye on Victor Hedman. Ahead for Nemestikov, paired off there with Severson. Edmond starts it ahead. And the red line flipping it in. It's off. Fraser comes back to Kincaid, and he will cover it with 13-14 to go in the third period. Lightning goals from Johnson, Nesterov, and Stan.
Ben Bishop stalking what would be his 39th victory of the season. We are tied into the third period of play. Tampa Bay, as you know, with 30 wins on the year, owns the best home ice record in the NHL. Our Buick big matchup tonight spotlights Big Ben. Take a look at this. The best home winning percentage among all goaltenders since 2006. You'll find Bishop ranked 4th in the NHL following a decade of play in this league. 25-6-1 this year, nearly 80%, Rick and Chief. 25 of Tampa Bay's league-leading 30 wins inside Anaheim.
Well, thanks very much. As the Devils penetrated that line, they look for a way to get the puck to Tutu. Spoiled, though, by Barberio. And back comes Nemesnikov for the Lightning. Red Severson, 20 years of age. He's looked pretty good out there in that Devil defense. In behind the net. Vilpala got it loose. As Fraser losing a stick and a glove. Zajac fires it down to Jordan Tutu. Think wide for Mike Camilleri. And his try into the zone is tipped out of play by Matt Carl. Let's have a look at the Lightning's upcoming schedule presented by Steak and Shake.
Final game, the Boston Bruins, Saturday on NBC Sportsnet. And then round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Lightning will open at home here in the Amalie Arena. The first two games here are to be announced. The league has to send that out. Most likely it'll be next week. I think it'll wait 2 weeks.
What's interesting is here we are, final 3 days of the regular season. So much, not even teams that, you know, they're going to make the playoffs or not, but who the matchups are. That's just so exciting for fans all around the league. And not just from a parity standpoint, you got a 104-point team like the Lightning, and they're still fighting for first place. They got matchups if that happens, matchups if they don't get first place. It's undecided who's going to get third place. Ottawa does beat the Rangers 3-0. And so they continue to do their part.
Boy, I know the Rangers sat out a couple of players, but still, that's pretty impressive. They're really making a bid for that wild card spot.
97 points now for the Ottawa Senators, and the Bruins are tied after 2 in South Florida against the Panthers. Puck centered by Gomez. Fraser waits. He's forced to fire high, and he missed the net. Callahan dove in front of that shot, and here's Callahan racing to the puck. Enrique in the one-touch playing it in. Luke Witkowski back for it. Mabarenko will send it back for the Devils. Reversed off the glass support. Enrique stopped by Bishop. And Bishop covers the puck. Tricky hop off the stanchion. Came right to Adam Enrique. That puck seems to follow him around here in this building.
Boy, yeah, he's had a tremendous game, as you pointed out, Rick. 2 assists. But this one, another crazy hop off that end, go boards. And it seems this end of the Lightning defend twice, get those goofy bounces consistently off that, off the glass, off the end boards. We saw for one dump in almost went in off the back of the head of Kincaid.
Round dump by Helgeson. The Lightning come away with a puck. Hedman cut off, but he makes the play ahead, and Brendan Morrow bouncing it to the corner. Brown jousting there with Helgeson. He takes down the big defenseman. It goes 2:15. Boyle the shot, and that was blocked. And now Morrow steps into Mateau, and the Devils send it out. They wave off icing. Bishop out to play it. Witkowski, it's relayed at the line and knocked down by Zajac. Here comes Camilleri. Detroit has overtaken Montreal, leading 3-2 in the third. 2-2 back to the point. Puck skipped away from Larson.
One of the things that the Devils do really well, they really get in the passing lanes. They really disrupt and intercept a lot of cross-ice passes. Especially when they're 60-footers. Here's that big hit. You down there so many times you get a guy got good leverage, and JT Brown was going right after that big defenseman all the way. Wasn't going to go for the puck at all.
Fan reactions are always fun to follow in slow motion. And Lightning fans are enjoying that collision up close. Barberio at center. Gets to the red line. He'll send it in. That's been the prescription for the Lightning in this third period, and they get a hold of the puck down low. Carl shooting it, knocked down by Larson. Laid out by Green. Barberio tapping it to Carl. They'll get the puck right back in that Devil end. Filppula handling it to Carl. Nemestikov trying to make a play, interrupted by Zubris, and now it's Nesterov with his speed getting back ahead of Elias. Around to Kucherov. Filppula had to turn back for it. Just over 9 minutes to go in a rapidly moving third period. We played almost the first 6 minutes without a whistle. Devils on a turnover now. Elias shooting and testing Bishop. He'll get the stoppage in play with this game still tied at 3. John Cooper's Lightning tied at 3 with the Devils, and no one would be surprised if he stepped out on the bench tonight, looked at the Devils, and thought of his first game behind an NHL bench. He made his debut in this building against the Devils March 29, 2013. The Lightning won in a shootout, 5-4. And boy, Chief, I don't remember too many other high-scoring games. This would qualify, I guess, by today's standards, 3-3 between the Lightning and the Devils.
Oh, I would. Yeah, the 3-2, 2-1 were the scores of the first 2 games. You don't get many goals on New Jersey, and of course you don't want to give up too many either, because they are stingy defensively. They're 12th overall defensively. Well, actually tied for 10th with the Lightning. Same goes against average when you look at the team.
Puck up for grabs. Kucherov trying to get to it. Fraser out-muscled him. Pass ahead for 2-2. Nesterov back for it. Overskates it. It's played around for Kucherov. Severson takes it. It's the play to Mark Fraser. Tyler Johnson, his second consecutive 2-point game. He gets the pass here, speeds in, trying to get around Fraser, who got enough of him to force him wide, and Kucherov involved in a collision with Zajac. Zajac at center, he would have had a 2-on-1, couldn't hang on to the puck, and it's fed back ahead for Mark Barberio. He'll shoot it in. Larson going back to Green. Lightning haven't looked for too much in this game. They've been pretty patient.
Yeah, they have. They haven't had a whole lot of shots in this second period, just 2. Actually, it's a 3-2 shot total favoring the Devils. Not a lot of offense so far, and we've played over 12 minutes.
Henrique hustled in there to negate the icing. He hooks the puck on Bishop, who makes the stop, and away comes Drouin. Stamkos tried to reach around Green. He grabbed him by the shoulder, and he's going to get called for a hold here at 12:38. So it's the Devils in this 3-3 game who will get the power play.
Tampa number 91, minor penalty, holding.
Just their third. Came around in Green, and he just tried to pull him away or kind of ski jump past him, and doesn't work. 12:38 will be the time.
Times we've seen this over the years. The New Jersey Devils are happy to play a 1-1, 2-2, 3-3 game and wait for their chance. You don't want to give them one on the power play. But you cross-checks, the Devils have gotten away with tonight in that one.
Yeah.
Josephson pulling it back out to Larson. Zajac, the one-timer, and Bishop right there for the pad save. Strawman got that puck down the ice. Devils scored 3 seconds into their first opportunity. Lightning erased the second one. There's a partial power play opportunity. Josephson shoots it in here.
Lightning with 6 power plays in the first 2 periods. I think kind of got to their quota. They're not going to get much called against them here in the third.
Lightning had gone 0 for 9 in the first two meetings in the power play. 2 of 6 tonight. Zajac shoots it in. Bishop tried to hurry out there to get a piece of that. Palat turns, gets it out to center. Pretty efficient start on this kill with a minute gone. Devils changing.
Something you want to do on the penalty kill. If you see one of the Devils players bobbling the puck at all, you want to jump on him in the second half of the third period. Ice is a little chewed up, pucks bounce a little bit.
They've got a pretty good power play on the road. It's 21.6%, which is the top 10.
And they're top 10 overall at 19.2%. They don't get a lot of opportunities. Here's Gomez. He'll start it in. Working with Bernier, who's got 2 goals on the game. Carl sliding it back to the corner. Camilleri waiting for it. It's fed now to Andy Green at the point. 15 seconds of the Stamkos penalty. Side of the goal. Play back to Gomez. Anticipated by Palat. He's always one step ahead. He and Boyle march it in. Here's Palat waiting. Shooting. Kincaid the save. And the Devils hurry back. Stamkos steps into the box, interrupts that 2-on-1, says thank you very much. Here he comes, trying to step around the defense. Severson forced him to the corner. Plays it back out to the point, but out of the zone. Stroman dumps it right back in.
What a move by Andre Palat. Kincaid just getting the toe on it.
Severson roughing up Stamkos. A penalty to Severson. Upcoming delayed call. Drouin's got the puck. Bishop going to the bench. Drouin with a backhand. A stop. Callahan has it. Trying to shoot through a crowd. It dribbled into Kincaid. And the play is halted. Now Fraser trying to cut off Callahan from getting in there. And saying something to Severson, who's going to get called for roughing up Stamkos. 4:46 to go in the third period. It'll be the Lightning's turn on the power play as they nearly missed here.
Teams are tied at 3. Lightning about to go on a power play. Let's take a look at tonight's Diamond Performance presented by Ackerman Jewelers, and it's the triplets. Boy, what a game they've had so far. This is Tyler Johnson. This beautiful passing play between him and Kucherov. That was the only goal they've scored, but they've had 5 assists for a total of 6 points, plus 3 so far. And they will be instrumental in the power play here to try and get the lead goal back.
Roughing to Severson at 15-14. 7th power play for the Lightning. They've got 2 goals. Panthers have taken a 2-1 lead over the Bruins. With just under 14 minutes to go in the third period. At the BB&T Center, Lightning getting set up here with Johnson. Nikita Nesterov. Kucherov. Johnson missed the net. Kucherov's got it back. Drouin in the slot. He gets the pass. Callahan now settling in front of Kincaid. Kucherov to Callahan, trying to make his move to the net. He'll get it back behind the goal. Drouin. 2 goals his last 4 games. Nesterov not shy. He'll drive it. It's blocked by Josephson. Johnson gets it out.
Well, they blocked a lot of shots in New Jersey tonight.
Nesterov now to Andre Palat. Brings the play in. Filppula. Hedman joining his power play off the bench. Stamkos rifling one. He tried to go glove side high and just missed.
We've seen him pick that corner so many times. He did not miss by much.
Jersey's blocked 21 shots in this game. Here's Hedman cruising through. Boyle to the point. Stamkos had to reach for it. He'll come to center now with 25 seconds to go on the Severson penalty. Filppula gets that pass, steps in. Meets up with Fraser. Stamkos getting it now to Hedman. Stamkos, the wrist shot, and it bounced off Larson wide. Camilleri gets a stick on it, backhands it out. 5 seconds remaining on the 7th power play chance. Filppula entering the zone. Penalty's over. Devils at full strength. Palat trying to hang in there. Zubris got it away. It's a 2-on-1 with Hedman back. Camilleri walks in, waits, shoots. Bishop the save. Boy, duel at high noon right there.
Yeah, and the best goal scorer for the Devils with the puck. Big save.
Great patience by Camilleri. Even better patience by Ben Bishop.
Bernier gets it back for the Devils. He's got Gomez with him. Bernier muscled in on goal. Bishop made the save, and the rebound sent wide. And Scott Gomez firing. Bishop a stop. Through the legs, covers the puck. 2:05 to go in the third.
Boy, when they really needed something on that power play, they couldn't get a shot through. But here's that play. Watch it. And Hedman anticipating a pass. And watch it. Gets that quick shot, and Ben really quick with those pads. Makes the big save.
Good patience by both Camilleri and Hedman. Actually played that pretty good. Usually a guy will panic and go down and try and sweep check or poke check. Bishop doing an even better job and waiting until Camilleri made his move.
Crowd reacting to here's a try off the goalpost by Camilleri. There's the shot by Helgeson knocked out. Crowd was reacting to the Red Wings lead of 3-2. Here's Zajac in front of the Lightning net. Furious action. Johnson skates onto the puck. And a great move around Tusu. The lead pass was broken up by Seth Helgeson. Back to Camilleri. Spins it down the board.
You know you're feeling it when you do a move like that right beside your net. Terrific hands for Johnson.
Green over for Larson. The wrist shot kept wide by Hedman. Camilleri's try is tipped out of play by Carl. 1:22 to go in regulation time.
Boy, I'll tell you what, they've been really coming on. They've just really, in the last couple of minutes, had great chances to take the lead there. They're coming around with Camilleri right there, just in front. Right here, watch this. Right on the post. Wow.
Adam Larson out in front, hoping for a tip. Everybody accounted for. Callahan relieves the pressure.
Larson, we talked about the Jersey not being a real strong third period team, but they're out shooting the Lightning 9-3 at this point.
Under a minute to go in the third period as Palat hands that puck to Steven Stamkos, trying to bust through two Devils. Joined now by Palat. Devils work it free, and it's played back. Andy Green, watched by Ryan Callahan.
Yeah, they want the point.
Here comes Gomez sprinting through the center ice zone. Henrique back to him, shooting quickly off the pass. A save by Bishop.
Wow, 33.7 seconds exactly remaining. Devils in the last, just about the 4 minutes to go, have really stepped up their offense and their forecheck.
Got Gomez with a nice little give and go with Henrique.
Hedman off a Lightning face-off win. Severson ties up with Filppula. Lifted away to the point and back to center. Races on. Johnson's got it tripped up by Fraser. Johnson continuing on. Now the Devils control will get the penalty. 17.7 seconds to go in the third period. If need be, of course, this will carry over into overtime as a 4-on-3.
Minor penalty, clipping.
That saved the lead goal. It really did. He was going to be in a breakaway. And he is deadly when he gets one-on-one with that goaltender. 1942 will be the timer. 8 power play. Wow.
Got to make him pay on this one. Want to win the face-off. An idea of what you want to do. 1 or 2, maybe 3 passes at most and look for a shot.
Sellout crowd, 19,204 here at Amalie Arena. Enjoying the action, urging on this power play. And the Lightning win the face-off. Hedman around, they fire as Stamkos ripped the one-timer, but Kincaid was looking for it.
Interesting thing about this as well, they have but 12.7 seconds, but the power play carries over into the overtime period. Nice face-off by Johnson.
Back to the point, 1 pass, 2 pass.
Yep.
Steven Stamkos kind of gets lost there a little too far. PK the opportunity to slide over.
Face-off controlled by Zajac, and the Devils will bounce it back on Bishop. 6 seconds to go, and we will head to overtime. Here's Stamkos, one last try, and Kincaid a save right before the horn. So we do go to a 5-minute sudden death overtime period. The Lightning pick up their 105th point, battling for that next point. The shots through 60 minutes, 30 for the Lightning, 24 for New Jersey. Welcome back. The two coaches getting their teams ready for overtime. As we're tied at 3, you see the 5-minute records. New Jersey only 1-6, Lightning 3-3. Fans, the 2015 Stanley Cup playoffs are here. Get the best seats and the best discounts by becoming a season ticket member. Call 813-301-6600 or visit TampaBayLightning.com for more information. Tickets on sale now.
Let's take a look at the last shot by Steven Stamkos from the length of the ice. But what you take a look at, watch as it gets close to the goaltender. Look at the curve. That's a nice little slider. You throw it at the power and have it slide away.
And it would have been on time, too.
Exactly.
You see his numbers tonight. The Lightning continuing on the power play with 143 on it. They've got 2 power play goals. The last time, the only time they've scored 3 power play goals in a game this year was opening night against the Panthers, way back beginning of the season. But that 3rd power play goal was also in overtime. Maybe they can duplicate that here. Panthers have a 3-1 lead midway through the 3rd over the Bruins. Canadiens on a Thomas Plekanec goal have tied that game in Montreal 3-3 with Detroit. Palat, Johnson, Kucherov, and Stamkos. 4 forwards out. Palat getting to it. Hacked to the ice by Green. Green comes up with a puck. It'll sail it out. Shots in the 3rd were 11-7 Jersey. Stamkos to Palat. Checked by Larson. Elias in for the puck. Stamkos urgent to get to it, and it comes out. Kucherov tried to get balanced before he could get to it. Has to come to center. Stamkos starting it in. Playing it back, and the speed of Kucherov got to it. However, the Devils, Elias will backhand it out.
They're really doing a good job of harassing that puck carrier, the Devils.
Now here's that long change in overtime. Stamkos. This is what the Lightning scored on against the Panthers in opening night with Victor Hedman off the Bishop feed. Here's a drive, and it's deflected wide as Kucherov let it go. He'll get it again. He'll whine. He'll feed it now. And Palat backs it out. Kucherov to Stamkos. Johnson down low. Green checks the clock as he defends against Tyler Johnson. 27 seconds of the penalty. They look now for Kucherov. Feeding it to Johnson. Throws it in front. They score! It's deflected in off the defenseman. And the Lightning win the game in overtime on the power play goal at 1:22. 4-3 Lightning.
Wow, I'll tell you what, they hadn't had a shot on goal with this 4-on-3 situation until this goal bounced in off the New Jersey defenseman. He tried to set up Palat on the far side, and the youngster called up. Had to go in off him.
Helgeson victimized Johnson. 2 goals and an assist. The Lightning at 106 points ties the team record.